Lecture 2. Past lives, present life, and causality. The material world follows the law of causality, and the spiritual world also follows the law of causality. The inertia energy generated from the actions of free will is called karma. In other words, all our thoughts and actions will leave imprints, creating a kind of inertia. The inertia energy accumulated through repeated actions forms karmic habits. The karmic habits formed from the actions of free will, in turn, will influence free will. This force that acts back upon free will is called karmic force. In fact, the law of causality is always present in the actions of free will. So, the cause is the force of karmic cause, or simply karmic cause. The effect is the force of karmic effect, or simply karmic effect. And the condition is the force of karmic condition, or simply karmic condition. When free will is acting, karmic causes also influence the actions of free will, giving rise to karmic effects, which then become new karmic causes. Therefore, the law of causality is not determinism or fatalism. Anyone with logical thinking can understand that since there is causality, there must be reincarnation. Why? Some wicked people commit evil throughout their lives and die without experiencing any retributions, whereas some virtuous people lead a righteous life but pass away without receiving any rewards. If there were no afterlife and no consequences to face after death, where wicked people would escape their deserved retributions and virtuous people couldn't receive their deserved rewards, then the law of causality wouldn't be established, and ethical values would be meaningless. In the real world, evil often seems more profitable than justice, so why should we still uphold justice? Only when immoral actions inevitably lead to retributions, virtuous deeds eventually bring rewards, and justice prevails, do we have a reason to uphold righteousness and find a meaning in pursuing justice. A person's innate potential of the four quotients, as well as various hobbies, skills, personality and temperament, are different from their parents. They are not inherited, nor are they set by God. The karmic effects we are born with in this life must have their causes from our past lives. Even among siblings raised by the same parents in the same family environment, their personalities may differ significantly. Some are compassionate, some are indifferent, some are empathetic, some are selfish, some are strong, some are weak, some are open-minded, some are conservative. These personalities begin to manifest in early childhood prior to formal education. This can also be observed in their interests and behaviours. Some people are born with severe intellectual disabilities, while some are born geniuses. Some are kind-hearted from an early age, while some are selfish. Some are naturally easygoing and gentle, while some are stubborn and impatient. Without underlying causes, there wouldn't be such innate karmic effects. Moreover, some people are even born with memories of their past lives. Such variations exist. If there were no past lives, the law of causality wouldn't be established. Even more convincing evidence can be found in identical twins. What are identical twins? Identical twins are two souls within the same fertilized egg. After the fertilized egg divides into two cells, each cell carries a soul, and these two cells grow into two different lives. Yet they have the same genetic makeup, same gender, and look almost the same. Fraternal twins occur when two eggs are fertilized separately. From the beginning, they are two different fertilized eggs, each carrying its own soul. When these two fertilized eggs grow, due to different genetic makeup, only about 25% of their gene expression is very similar. They are just like regular siblings. Their genders may be different, and they may look different as well. So, in terms of identical twins, they have the same parents, the same living environment, wear the same clothes, eat the same food, and receive the same education. However, as they grow older, between the ages of 3 and 7, their different personalities, hobbies, talents, potentials, as well as different intelligence quotient, emotional quotient, spiritual quotient, and moral quotient start to manifest. This can prove that there is no causal relationship between the human body and mind. In other words, the human mind is not determined by the DNA of the physical body. The soul and the body of a human can be separated. The soul still exists after the body dies. So, when a new life is conceived, is the soul within the fertilized egg newly created by God, or is it the soul of a deceased life that has moved in? Obviously, the soul is not newly created by God. If it were, it would not have original sin. Some people may ask, if there are past lives, why don't I remember them? In fact, after spending 9.5 months in the mother's womb, it's normal to completely forget about past lives. Of course, there are very few people who remember their past lives, but usually as they grow older, these memories gradually fade away. Such cases have been recorded and reported throughout history. Scientific researchers in the West have also confirmed the existence of souls after death through hypnosis, as well as research on individuals who have come back to life after death, near-death experiences. Everything has its causes, conditions, and effects. Nothing happens without a cause. Causes give rise to effects, and effects further become causes. Causes and effects interconnect like an endless circular chain that won't stop. Based on the continuous nature of causality, we can also prove that the law of causality spans past, present, and future lives. The law of causality is a natural law governing the universe and life. Nothing is accidental or disorderly. The experiences in our life, the ups and downs, as well as the people we meet and the circumstances we encounter, are not random. Since there is the law of causality in the universe, there must be reincarnation for lives. Many people are not willing to believe in this truth, primarily due to their arrogance. They are not willing to accept that there are great sages in this world with wisdom and abilities far beyond ordinary people. Every ordinary person is drawn into this world by their own karma, whether positive or negative. Apart from death, which is certain, they know nothing about the future. Their subconscious is filled with anxiety and fear.